Hey everybody, welcome back to your tower reading. I hope everything is good in your world and you don't need this, but if you do and you're having a tower moment or you're about to, you've come to the right place. What I do here is I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck to find out what your overall tower energy is going to be, what causes it in the outcome. Look at the bottom here for more information and we'll clarify a few cards to get a better piece of the story. If you're new here, welcome. These are all timeless messages, so whenever you're watching this is when the universe wanted you to see it. And, you know, all star signs are welcome. These are all collective readings. So if it doesn't resonate or fit, just move on to, when you still feel off, just move on to a different video I might have done. I've done quite a few at this point, so maybe one of those can help. And yeah, according to YouTube law, I have to ask you to please consider subscribing and maybe even hitting the bell because I try to upload every day. So, it'd be useful. And because if I don't say that, I'll get arrested by the YouTube police. All right, well, here we go. Let's get started. Temperance on this side of the tower is basically everything is disharmonious. Everything feels off, wrong, not so good, disharmony. Just there's a song, right? I'm a little bit off today. Five Finger Death Punch, pretty good song. Anyway, that's exactly how it is. You just woke up wrong. Everything was bad. Everything is just kind of. You might have even been feeling this for a while, and you're not sure why. We're here to find out. But your tower moment is going to cause a magician. So the magician is the card of manifestation. Manifestation is dangerous. It's good, but it's also dangerous because a lot of people manifest things they're not ready for. So if you're in a manifestation mood, make sure you have a plan for what you want before it just shows up and then you're like, oh, now what? Never as good as you thought, right? Sometimes. All right. Moon and the Chariot are on the bottom of the tower. So Chariot is a very fast-moving energy, and the Moon is basically the energy of something being hidden, confusion, being lost. So you might be running into, you might have been running into a area or an energy where you just feel lost, and you might have been moving there real quick. So let's see what the old Temperance card has to say. Four of Wands, yeah, okay. The energy just isn't right in your house, is it? There's something wrong, something missing. Communication's off. People aren't saying what they mean and they're not talking to you when something's wrong. You ever talk to somebody and you go, hey, what's wrong? And they go, nothing, I'm fine. And they have that tone. Yeah, definitely. Definitely something wrong in your house, your relationship. Your energy is off because there is no peace here. There's no happiness. There's no, harmony. And the communication is off because you're not talking to each other anymore. You're not talking to the people that you should be talking to. And the Ten of Cups is basically on the bad side here. So that's your whole relationship or your situation is falling apart. You're keeping secrets, basically. It's your bare bones basic conversation. How are you? Fine. How was work today? It was good. Let's eat. And then that's it. There's nothing, there's no substance there, and it's just putting you and whoever you're talking to at, you're just not good with each other anymore. And so let's see what the tower says. Nine of Cups. All right. So more manifestation energy. You want something. You definitely want something. And I think you want to rebuild something. King of Wands. I think you're looking at the past and you're like, I wish I had it back to where it was. The good old days, basically. You wish you had it, you want the person that you met. It's basically saying, listen, who are you? You've changed so much. You ever talk to somebody online for a long time, maybe a few months, and they're just so cool, and they're into all the things you are, and you are into all the things they are, and you got plenty to talk about. You could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then you pull that trigger, and it's like, well, you meet up, and you get along for the first, I don't know, few months, and then they change. All of a sudden, they stop talking. All of a sudden, it's like they're a completely different person. Huh. Yeah, this is what this is. And you want to go back to the old days. You want to fix your Ten of Cups here with the Nine of Cups. You're wishing for that to come back. You're saying, well, this is how it is, but this is how it could be again. We could fix this. And I think that's what you want more than anything. You want the communication back. You want the emotion back. You want passion. You want something good, and it's all gone. It's all gone cold. You want to turn the heat back up. So you're waiting for your manifestation, that's for sure. Three of Wands over here. You are definitely hoping and praying and saying, "Oh, give me the person I knew back. Give me them back." And yeah, but you're gonna have to face reality here. The King of Swords is telling you that no, they probably aren't coming back, and I think you're gonna realize that in a hurry. You can't. People change quick sometimes, and that's why you're lost. That makes a whole lot more sense of why the Chariot and the Moon is here now, doesn't it? It's like you're rushing into someone you don't know. It's living with a stranger. You're living with someone who is. It's like they took the mask off, and all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, this isn't the person that I knew. Not even close. I mean, it's like, oh, they played video games and they liked all the nerd stuff, and we talked about that for months, right? And then, or whatever you're into, and then it changes, and it's like they're not into that anymore. Just like they can barely tolerate being around you, and you have no idea why, because you don't think you've changed. You're still you. You're still into the same things. You're trying. You're doing what you know how to do, and it's like once they got what they wanted, it's boring. It's stupid. It's like the thrill of the chase is more important to them than being comfortable and happy with someone who they thought they wanted, right? And you wish they could have it back. You do, and it's like you're planning for it, you're waiting for it, you're just trying, you're manifesting. But the King of Swords is here, and it's telling you that no. You're going to have to be 100% real with yourself. This person that you knew is literally wearing a mask, and it came off at some point. Now you're talking to someone new, someone you don't know, someone basically you have an alien in your house. That's kind of the whole thing. It's like, oh, they're not them anymore. They're someone else. And the Knight of Swords is basically telling you it might be time to leave, because this isn't ever coming back. It's just going to get worse from here. And the Knight of Swords, with this manifestation, you're going to be reckless in trying to bring this thing back. You're trying too hard to change someone back to who they used to be. And it's like, well, maybe they were never that person ever. They didn't exist. That wasn't real. It was a lie. And of course, at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands, and that is the drama card. Always. That is the competition, drama, fighting card. So I think that's what this is all going to lead up to. Fights. You're going to be like, well, where'd you go? Why don't you like the same things anymore? And it's like, I don't know. They're not going to be able to explain it. And usually when this happens, when people get distant and they change, they're usually trying to get rid of you in a way that makes you think it's your idea to leave, because they meet somebody else. They're always chasing somebody. They are always running after the next thing. They're never going to be happy. They're never going to be settled. They're never going to be, complete. There's always a hole in them, and they're always trying to fill it with something, and it's always the next person's going to do it. They can't. There's something wrong with them, and you can't fix it. They're shapeshifters. They will be whoever they need to be to get what they want. And you were what they wanted for a while, and once they had it, once they got used to it, they're probably talking to someone else. Check their phone, see who they're texting, right? See who they're talking to. They probably have Tinder accounts open, and they're talking to people who are completely opposite of you, and they're just trying to distance themselves already to give you hints that no, it's over. And I don't like people like this, but they exist. They're out there. Trust me, they will. And if you try too hard to bring them back out of their, bring whoever they used to be out, they'll just get worse. And, you keep lying to yourself like, oh, if I do this, it'll work. If I do that, it'll help them come back. And no. Take this advice from the Knight of Swords and just get out. Just leave. There's nothing you can do. Manifest a better life for yourself. Happier life. Because you're running into the moon and you're just going to be lost and you're going to be like, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know how I did this. You're going to blame yourself for all of their changes. And really, it's not your fault. It really isn't. People change like this all the time. They are not the person who you thought they were. They never existed. They are the mask. That's all you ever saw until the mask came off, and I keep repeating myself over and over now, but that's the point. Sorry. I hope this energy doesn't resonate with anyone, but if it does, and you're living with somebody who is like this, they ain't changing back. There's nothing you can do to make them happy. There's nothing you can do to make them better. There's no better. There's no fix, because this is who they are. Kind of formless human beings. They see what they want, and they will take that form to whatever it is they want to try to fit in. They're chameleons. They're shapeshifters. And then once they get what they want, it's hard to keep that shape. So they just go, well, it's better over here. So then they make your life miserable. And then they say then the kicker of it all is when you break up with them, they'll be like, well, this person broke up with me and I didn't do nothing wrong. I was just trying to get through life, you know. They'll tell their story and you're the bad guy in their story. And you'll never know that story because they'll be long gone. Anyway, I've yapped too much here. So here we go. I'm going to show you the cards now, and that'll be it for the day. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Well, have a good day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya. Bye.